Hey y'all, this is Amanda and welcome back to my Texas Zone 8A garden. And today we're going to be doing an unboxing of perennials from Bluestone Perennials. Okay, after a lot of recommendations from you all and doing a lot of research, I placed this order a couple of months ago back in the summer from Bluestone Perennials. They have been in business for a lot of decades. I've been around for a lot of time, and they were mailing plants before it was a thing, right? And so I'm really excited to get this order. It's a lot of plants that I can't necessarily find in my area. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through, show you how everything looks from the actual mailing process to see how it all looks. And then I'm going to tell you the names of the perennials that I purchased, and I'm going to put up the purchase price and a photo of what they're going to look like. Now, I'm not going to go into super depth on each of these perennials because I already have a video going into depth of each of them, and I will drop that link in the video description so you can go through and learn about them. But I really just want to show you the process of how it goes with mailing plants through the mail. Okay, let's start. This came in yesterday. I did not have time to unpack it yesterday. It says live plants all over it, this side up, the whole thing. I will say the box is a little bit beat up on this side. Not too bad though, but just to give you a little indication. All right. So let me open it up, and then I'm just going to tip it so you guys can see into it. Cool, huh? Okay, so really packed well. These are all 4-inch plants, so small plants. Some of them are dormant. A lot of them have been trimmed back, cut back, right? They're not sending them in full bloom, right? They're sending them in good shape so you can get them planted, and then they may or may not bloom this year. But then also they're easier to travel easier to ship when there's not flowers and stuff everywhere. But very cool, gives you a really good look. So let's go through and see what I got. I'm going to put this to the side so it's easier for me to see. I'm looking for any kind of like order form. Don't see any kind of order form. Yep, there's nothing on the top either. Okay, let's go. It's like I can kind of just like pull it up like this. All right, it's going to be messy. Okay, very cool how this was all put together. So you see all the individual plants there, and they're not necessarily like wrapped in an actual like pot, right? They do have a wrapper around the outside, but look at all the root systems, right? Very cool. So it's really the cardboard that's holding them into place. So what I'm going to do, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull them all out one at a time, I think. Talk to you about each one, and then I'm going to put them directly into a tray where they can begin soaking up a little bit of water. So let me get that tray set up. Okay, so I've got one of these seedling trays. All right, so let's pull the plants out, and then I will place them into the seedling trays as needed. The first plant I have is the obedient plant. It's white flowers, and it blooms in midsummer to fall, and it's about 3 feet tall. And this one particular variety is called Summer Snow. I mean, look at the roots. It's exciting, y'all. I'm super excited. This next one is a Shasta Daisy, and it is called Super Bum Real Gold Cup. Color fast sunny yellow daisies with golden yellow centers, late spring through summer. And it is full sun to partial shade, 36 inches tall. Sweet. And I'll drop the prices by the names for you guys. This next one is a hellebore, and it's called Blushing Bridesmaid. It's Lenten Rose, rich raspberry pink veining and picoty edges, accent snow white double blossoms in early spring, partial to full shade, 18 to 24 inches tall. All right, there's the first one. Push this all the way forward. Okay, next one. It's nice how easy it is to lift out. And you just kind of pull these tabs, lay it down in the back and the front. All right. I mean, you can tell they've shipped these for quite a while. This one right here is an aster called Fricardi. It's a wonder of staffa, lavender blue daisy flowers with a yellow center, and it blooms July to first hard freeze, full sun to partial shade, and 3 feet tall. Okay, this next one is a verbascum called Southern Charm, a showy mullein, flowers in pastel shades of rose to ivory, late spring to summer, full sun, 3-foot plant. This one feels more dry than the other ones. Okay, next is an anemone. This one's called Whirlwind. Japanese anemone, semi-double white flowers with a golden center in fall, full sun to half shade, 36 inches tall. A lot of these are going to be going into the raised beds in the back. Some of these are also going to be tucked into the new side garden area that I've been working on. If you haven't caught that video on installing the brand new ornamental trees that I got, make sure you check that out. Another one. All right. Okay. So this next one, everything looks in really good shape so far. I will say only that I think it was the verbascum felt really dry. This next one right here is the Salvia Windwalker Royal Red. Meadow Sage Ruby Red flowers, summer to fall, a hummingbird magnet, and it's an award winner. Full sun to partial shade, 4 feet tall. This is one of the ones that's going to be going in the side garden because I'm not necessarily going to be utilizing the salvia as a cut flower. Next is an aster called Lavis Bluebird. Michaelmas Daisy, a deep sky blue flower, clusters atop vase-shaped plants in fall. Full sun to partial shade, 4 foot tall. That's a big one. The asters were also ones that I was wanting to put on the side garden too. All right, this next one is an anemone because I can already tell as it has one on it. This one is called Anemone Fantasy Jasmine, Japanese anemone, dark pink single flowers with yellow centers, late summer to fall, and full sun to half shade, 14 to 20 inches tall. All right. Looks good. That one kind of felt pretty dry too. So the thing about getting these plants out, one of the first things you need to do is water them. Here's my form. I just couldn't see it earlier. It's got information about their bulbs, which I haven't checked out before. This will be my first time utilizing Bluestone Perennials. I've already ordered my bulbs for the year. And this actually is really good because one of the things that I ended up doing is I placed this order for perennials, right? And then like a week and a half later, I placed an order for chrysanthemums to be delivered in the spring. All the perennials in the fall, all the chrysanthemums in the spring. You know what they did? They combined, like I didn't even ask them. Like they just sent me an email and said, hey, we combined both your orders and while they'll be shipped at different times, this gave you a discount on delivery. Voluntarily refunded me some money on the delivery cost. Shocked. I didn't even ask for it. They did it all on their own. Sweet. So this does list off all of the mums that I've ordered as well. And I'm really excited to see all those come through. Basically, I can't wait on those, but that'll be a spring thing. They won't be here till the spring. Okay, next one. Okay, this first one is called Boltonia Snowbank. Masses of white flowers late summer until frost. Full sun to partial shade, 4 to 5 feet tall. Super pretty. That would be really pretty. I got to go back and research on these. Some of these spread a lot. The ones that spread are going to be in their own individual containers. They won't be in any kind of raised garden or bed garden, anything like that. Specifically, like the obedient plant is going in its own container so that it will stop when it runs to the edges. But there are other ones that I really want to pay attention to if they're spreaders or not. Like that Boltonia would be really great on the side garden. However, I feel like it's a spreader, so I'll do a little research regarding that. This next one is David Phlox, and it's a garden phlox, very fragrant, giant sparkling white flowering clusters midsummer into fall. Full sun, 2 to 4 feet tall. And this is one of the ones I was hoping to have on the side. We'll see. Got to do all my research, right? The last one in this group is another aster, and this one's called Crimson Brocade Michaelmas Daisy, fall blooming magenta red flowers, full sun to partial shade, 30 to 36 inches tall. So you might have noticed I have a lot of late summer to fall blooming. That was literally my purpose when I was ordering, because when I was ordering in mid-July, I was starting to realize how little color I had at the end of the summer. And so it's really something that I wanted to beef up and do a lot more of, which is why I really kind of focused on perennials that bloomed late summer into fall with this particular order. Okay, and the last set, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to spread these out just a little bit more, so they're not like wedged right up against one another. Okay. Okay, and this is the last set in there. The first one is Phlox Red Riding Hood, Garden Phlox, large, fragrant, cherry red flowers, midsummer to fall, full sun, 20-inch plant, I think. That's what it says. Kind of a lower one. This next one is Echinops Ritro, globe thistle, ball-shaped blue flowers in summer, good for cutting and drying, full sun to partial shade, 4-foot plant. This is definitely one that I'm wanting to put on the side garden. Really excited to have a blue tone in there. And the last one is another hellebore. This one is called Fire and Ice. Nodding, fully double, snow white flowers with rose red margins in the spring. Partial to full shade, 18 to 22 inches. Super excited. Okay, let me clear this out a little bit and then let's chat. Okay, so plants look really good. I've got water, and basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to start filling the tray up with water and just allowing these plants some time to soak up the water, and they're soaking it up very quickly. But I'll start with just the one pitcher before I go on to more. But I'm really excited how these traveled. I think they traveled really well. They did a good job letting me know ahead of time that they were going to be cutting them back to size so that they would fit within the box and that they were not going to be these big, beautiful, gorgeous plants. I still think they're all very healthy. I think they all look really nice, and I think they traveled really well. I'm really excited because these are a lot of varieties that I have not been able to locate in my area. The price was a little just shocking at the beginning. I thought it was a little pricey. However, understanding that like if I were to locate some of these other ones, I would have to travel. I'd have to spend the gas to go to other places to find these. that's something to understand. And then obviously, you know, these are perennials. So you're paying a little bit of a higher price for perennials because you're going to have them year after year after year as long as you take care of them. So very, very happy with how these turned out. I'll be very excited to show you guys where these are going. They're going in multiple places. So literally as soon as I get off this video, I'm going to be researching and plotting out where they're going to go. But I'm super excited. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And as always, she's a mad gardener or decorator or anything else that she wants to be. Thanks, y'all.